What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. I'm your host, Tony Scorpion, with my co-host, Deception. Deception, say hi.
What up?
And we are back with episode 138 of the Climb Together podcast. This one is pretty much going to be dominated by Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It did come out last week, so definitely want to go into detail and kind of give our first initial thoughts. Some things that we've been seeing around the community about like different opinions on like the game and just different things like that. Before we get into that, though, I want to do a quick little, like, self-org promo, shit real quick. So, I want everybody to, hold on. So, yesterday, we relaunched Scorpion Syndicate, to the masses, I guess. So if y'all could go, I'm going to share this link in both chats. If y'all could go and give this video a watch, it'll be linked in the video, like in the podcast as well. So we relaunched the company yesterday, with a video that I think is probably one of the best videos I've ever edited in my life.
It's the best video I've ever seen from you.
Yeah, so I really put a lot into this, and I we're trying to really take this relaunch and build consistency and really show people that like we're not just some organization that's just gonna stay at the bottom tier or fade out or just sit and do nothing, and we're really here to do something. And so the title of the video is The Problem with Esports and How We're Fixing It. Actually, I could probably pull up like the tweet that we put out too. Like, let me just do that real quick, actually. So if you all could go give it a watch, let us know your thoughts on it. We're really trying to do something with Scorpion Syndicate. There's a really big problem in esports right now, and just in the gaming community in general, as far as like the toxicity towards women and like the lack of opportunity for women in this space, especially at the higher levels. And so with Scorpion Syndicate, we really want to like target that, and have our female only rosters on all levels and kind of like get a better path to pro internally for these players. We want to try to reach as many esports as possible. We have been working on a like plan of action, like what esports is going to first, what ones have the most impact, which ones will be better to like learn in and everything like that, and just like kind of figure out the best way to do this. I mean, I've done a lot of research on esports organizations and just like different levels and different paths to pro and everything like that. And so we kind of have like an idea of what we're gonna do. I mean, some of it's trial and error, obviously, but we're really trying to make a difference here in the space. Kind of quick synopsis, like only about 25% of the esports community that competes or participates in esports in some fashion are female, but about half of the gaming population are female. That's a pretty big gap in representation in both of those spaces, and it's because of the toxic environment towards women. There's a very high turnover rate. A lot of women get into esports and then they get back out because of the situations that they find themselves in because they're a woman, or the different things that happen to them, or different things that get said to them. It's very mentally draining to be a woman in the space. I mean, I've heard a lot of things that I don't even think I'd be willing to repeat because it was so heinous. And just give it a list, give it a watch, kind of educate yourself a little bit, and join along for the ride. I mean, all we can really ask is just for your guys' support on this project and on this organization, to be able to make a difference in the world. We want to help catapult this movement of bringing more women into esports and keeping them there, and creating a more diverse space and a more welcoming space for women to be able to reach their full potential, because there really isn't a lot of spaces to do that, especially at the higher levels. And we just want to be one of those. We want to be the main leader of this movement to be able to do that. So come along for the ride, and join us as we try to level the lobby. So that's, yeah. Deception, you have
I thought that video was amazing.
Thank you.
I really thought it was one of the best videos you've ever done.
I appreciate that. I agree. Honestly, I put a lot of work into it. I went full blown. Like I like was sitting there. I was like, okay, let me do this. Let me do this. I literally spent like so long editing it, and I like storyboarded it, and I just like I put so much effort into that video because I wanted it to be amazing. Um, and I wanted to have a good first step back into this. We've got a lot of things planned coming up, and got a whole like like timeline thing. So just keep your eyes peeled and hang out. Hang out for the ride.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still recovering from being sick, so talking for a long time is still kind of getting to me. that sickness really it took me out. It took me out. I don't know how I'm
Yeah, that's the
standing.
worst part about any sickness that affects your throat or your voice is like it it hurts you for a while.
Yeah.
Even recovering takes a while.
Yeah, so like every time I talk for like long periods of time I start like coughing um so much. Like so much. Um
Yeah.
so
It's rough.
yeah. So anyway, that's kind of like just my little plug there. The link if you're watching this on YouTube will be in the description, so go ahead and give that a watch. Subscribe to the Scorpion Syndicate channel. And and if you want to support, I mean, you don't have to, spend money or whatever. Like, but you just watching and supporting our content is a huge way of supporting this movement and getting, making a change. We're making a change in the world, a pretty significant one. So, it's a very important thing that we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Okay, going into Call of Booty, aka Call of Duty. There's a lot. Okay, so as you guys know, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came out Friday, November 14th. Deception and I played at midnight on Friday. Personally, I didn't take a trip to New Zealand because I just was really busy. So like this time of year is just a really busy time, so I can't make that trip. But we did do the midnight release. It was a great. Honestly, I've had a great time playing. I already have like 8.5 hours, like almost 8 hours in the game, which for me is a lot because I went it's to the point where like I'm playing as I'm doing my homework, which is like I don't have a lot of time to play video games. So the fact that I'm using all of my time that I have to play video games and then some to play this game is saying something. I've been just having like such a good time. Honestly, I think it's one of the best Call of Duties that have come out in a long time. And there's been a lot of there's been some hate towards it, like saying they're only doing this because of Black Ops, like because of Battlefield 6, and which is true. There definitely there needs to be more changes, but they made very considerable changes. And yes, it was because there's competition, which kind of sucks that they waited that long. But
should be a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks that we had to wait that long, but the competition making them change things is why we're enjoying the game now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like one of those things. It's they're definitely still kind of money hungry, especially with the bundles and the Black Cell, Battle Pass. But I mean, there's only, I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, I'm here to play video games and have a good time, and I'm having a good time. So that's what matters to me. I really enjoy the open mosh pit. I was dominating earlier. I had a 50 bomb in hardpoint earlier after and then
I was gonna ask you because I assume that you've played a little bit of quick play and a little bit of open mosh pit. What are your thoughts on the matchmaking? How have your matches kind of differed between open mosh pit and if you played quick play?
Well, I've been playing quick play to play hardcore because I've been trying to get my pistol. I'm trying to get headshots done with my pistols, and hardcore is just the easiest way to do that. And honestly, it is a lot more difficult in the regular matchmaking with SBMM a little bit. But I've noticed it's not terrible either because I don't feel as many people are playing the matchmaking either. So I feel they have to make it a little bit more widespread too. So I do think I like open mosh pit more, but because that exists, the regular matchmaking isn't actually that bad because not everybody's playing in it. Um, and
Yeah,
it just
it's
like
like
it adds
I
variety. Like it
was
adds
I
variety, I
was
guess.
thinking about it because I've played a good mix of both. Up until like a couple days ago, I was kind of playing. I was mixing quick play and open mosh pit, especially like on Friday when I played for like 9 hours. I was mostly playing quick play, and my experience is, although Activision and Treyarch have said that the open matchmaking is the same regardless, I do think it's a little bit different in quick play
Mm-hmm.
compared to open mosh pit. Um, it's definitely not anywhere close to like the very strict skill based matchmaking that you found in the last few games we've had, or like what you would find if you went in the standard playlist. But the open mosh pit is like a totally different experience compared to quick play. Um, on average, I've had a much better and more fun time in open mosh pit, and really all I have to do is just not like leave if I get a game mode I don't want to play, and just wait for a game mode that I do want to play. And the queue times are so fast, so it's not really that bad sitting and like refreshing the lobbies.
Yeah.
Um, like I played I played a couple games last night. I got on and the first one was like whatever, you know. I hadn't really played multiplayer all day. I was grinding zombies, so the first game was whatever. Second game was a little difficult, so I like searched for a new lobby and immediately got an express hardpoint where I went like 50 and 18 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really mind. I don't really mind the difference, like in game modes. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I like playing like multitude of game modes anyway, so it's like really not that bad. Um, and plus, like,
My only thing is I just really, the only two game modes that I don't really like in the open mosh pit is TDM, because it's TDM. Like
mm,
TDM is just like bleh. But also like this kind of disappoints me because I think this game mode will have a ton of potential and competitive. I think it could be way better than Control if they do it right.
mm,
As far as like how the CDL handles it. But I'm gonna say it. This may or may not be a hot take. I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. But I think that Overload sucks in pubs. I think it's bad. Like the game mode itself is cool, but like every game that I've ever played of Overload, except bar like maybe like two or three of them, it's always been one team is dominating and the other team just can't do anything.
mm.
That's how it is in like basically every lobby, and it just it's not fun.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a little like more balancing that can come into play. Um, as far as like having a mix of people, but like trying to um
And it's not even
distribute
like
those
that
better
in like
players
every
anywhere.
other mode. Like every other mode, it's like pretty varied. But like for some reason in Overload, it's either your team is slamming, but like you can't always find the kills because you've got pub stompers that are just spawn killing the other team,
Mm.
or you're on the other side and you're just getting smoked and you can't do anything.
I mean, it could be like two things. It could be like just like one side stronger than the other, or like it also
I
could
think
be the
one thing
fact
they
that
could
like
do, and this is why I said that this will have potential in CDL because I know they'll do this already. I can already tell you they're going to do this, but I think if they added like a little bit of a respawn delay, it would
mm,
make it a lot better.
yeah,
Because the spawns kind of get like really wonky if one team is like pushed up really far and are just destroying you in your spawn. Like it just you either spawn like right inside where they are and you just get repeatedly killed, or you spawn up and they know that you spawned up, or like your teammate kills somebody on the other team and then you're spawned up and they're coming out of their spawn and then you just get killed and you're back in the blender again.
yeah. I think too, like a lot of times, like it's you have to for that one you have to play objective. Like you can't just not play objective in that game mode. And I feel like a lot of people that play pubs don't play objective. and especially in like with the open mosh pit, like you are just kind of like playing a bunch of different game modes, and so like you're not gonna play objective on some of them, and I feel like that also kind of like plays a factor too, because I've noticed that like a lot of people don't even like try to go for the EMP, and they just kind of like just shoot people, but other people like myself play like actually play the objective, which honestly, I
I
don't understand
honestly
why
like,
people don't play the objective, because one, that's like like that's a sure way to get kills and like get interactions at least, is like by
yeah,
trying to play the objective, because there's going to be people trying to get the objective. And also two, like it's a good way to get XP and like level up, is just like getting those extra like XP points of just like running the like the MP across the map, because you get points for
yeah,
scoring, you get points for carrying, you get points for picking up, you get points, you get extra points for killing someone with the EMP, and you can also like use your regular gun. Like there's no change when you're carrying the EMP. It's like carrying like the bomb for S&D. Like there's literally no
yeah.
change.
The
You're
only
just holding
difference is
something.
you're like marked on the enemy's minimap, so you're a
Yeah.
little bit of a target.
If
So
anything, it
like, if
brings more
anything,
people to you.
if you're really good at getting kills and you're like a pub stomper, you should just grab the EMP because
Yeah.
everybody will be trying to kill you.
hmm And then just score. And it's just like I don't know. I feel like not enough people play objective anymore. Um, to where
I just
like
feel like it's a combination of people. Not enough people play the objective anymore, and also this isn't the case all the time, but I feel like most of the time the people that are playing the objective really hard, like they are hard focused on the objective in pubs, are the worst players on the team.
yeah.
So like if they don't have help or they like can't get the kills they need to get, then they're going for the objective and it's just useless.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think playing. I think it would go better. I think that game mode would go better if more people played the objective. I just don't think like enough people try to play the objective to where it like makes a difference. So that's kind of I think where part of the problem, from my
Well,
perspective
that's why I
on
think
that.
it'll have a ton of potential in competitive is
Yeah,
because in competitive you're not playing to pub stomp, you're playing to
no,
win. So
yeah. So
you're
I
gonna have a
think
whole bunch of people that
it,
are like trying to play the objective and try to score and obviously like I'm sure the CDL is gonna tweak the game mode a little bit. Um I don't know if they'll do this, but I kind of hope that CDL treats that mode kind of like Uplink because currently, the way it plays, it's like I don't know exactly how long the halves are, but like if you get to four, it automatically ends it, and that's halftime. Um, I kind of hope that CDL does it to where it's just 5 minute halves or something, and it's they take the score limit off, so it's like however many you can score, or maybe they make it like 10.
maybe I don't really
I
know.
know they'll put a respawn delay in. I've already
Yeah,
heard pros talking about like they said that the mode probably could be really good if they just put a respawn mode in. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, you got to remember when it comes to like CDL, there there are two events happening very soon. Um,
hmm
there's the big monster gaming event that's 75K. Um, all 12 CDL teams plus four challengers teams, and then one that got announced yesterday that's really cool is for the first time in like 13 years, we're going to have a Frag Cup event, and it's I think on the 28th.
next week.
And I would assume CDL teams, at least most of them, maybe all of them, will be in that.
Was that like the day after
Um,
Thanksgiving?
I think so.
So we'll talk more about it. I'm sure next week. I was thinking next week's podcast we could just talk about CDL and everything like that. That way, um, we can cover it all because there's a lot of like team announcements that have happened and
Yeah.
just a bunch of
Oh,
different other
I
stuff.
even saw one right before we started the
Yeah.
podcast. Like
So
all the CDL, I said this was going to happen. All these CDL teams were just waiting for the game to launch, and then they
yep.
were going to drop off the rosters.
Yep.
Um, but have you only played multiplayer? Is that all you played so
Yes.
far?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, up until tomorrow when we play campaign, but
Yeah.
um, I've been like I've been into the zombies camo grind now. I was kind of like saving my whole camo grind to until I like got acclimated to the game. Like I was obviously like when I was playing multiplayer all weekend, I was getting camos because I was naturally just getting headshots and I was using launchers to destroy streaks and all that just to get those done. Um, but I was just chilling. Like I wasn't really worried about like hard focusing on camos. And then on Monday, I was like, I haven't played zombies yet, and I've heard a lot of buzz around zombies. A lot of people saying that it's like better than BO6, and I thought BO6, at least in the beginning, was really good. So I decided to hop on the zombies camo grind, and it's really fun. It's been, I mean, obviously, like I haven't played Ashes. I've just been grinding farm survival, but it's been a good time. Zombies is definitely, if you played zombies in the beta, um, you'll find that the changes that they've made to zombies at launch make this game a lot more like approachable. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot less hectic. It doesn't feel like you're constantly about to die. Um, I can tell that at least when I have the rampage inducer on, that they have severely toned down the super sprinters. It's not nearly as bad as it was in the beta. Um, but yeah, I've just been grinding camos in zombies. Like I've started. I'm kind of going backwards because arguably the hardest challenges of the entire thing are going to be like launchers and melee. I mean, melee's not that bad if you get melee macchiato, but you gotta have certain augments for it to be good. But like I've been working on launchers and melee, and then I'm literally just gonna go backwards. I'm just gonna do pistols and then uh like go backwards through the primaries. So basically, what happens is I get all the hard stuff out of the way first, get all the like most difficult challenges done, and then like toward the end of the camo grind, it's just basically a breeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to give zombies a try. I might play it later, just to kind of like get a grasp on it. But
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I saw
can't
you
say
playing the other
anything about
day.
Ashes yet because I haven't played it, but I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard that the map is good for the most part. I know there are a ton of side Easter eggs. I've seen a few of them that are really cool. Um, I know the Easter egg. I don't know anything about the Easter egg, so don't worry, I won't be spoiling it. But I know that like people are pretty happy with the the difficulty and like the time it takes. It took like I don't remember how long. It took like almost 24 hours, I think, for the first team to solve to get the Easter egg done, which is kind of insane considering Terminus took like 4 hours and Liberty Falls was done in like an hour at the beginning of BO6.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think I want to just like hard focus on the camera grind. I think because honestly, on farm with survival, it's gonna be quick. Like if you play farm survival and you know what to do, there's like a couple spots on there where like the zombies for some reason do weird pathing to where they only come from one direction, so it's like super easy um, to get camos. If you know that stuff, you know the augments you need to use, and you turn the rampage inducer on if you can handle that. Um, to make everything go by way faster, the zombies camo grind is going to be really fast. Like I saw that somebody got it done completely in like on like Saturday, I think. Um, and I think even like the average player wouldn't really struggle with it. Um, it's actually going to be pretty easy. So I have a feeling it won't be very long that I'll be doing this camo grind, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really nice that like you can go into like zombies and like level the guns faster than you would in multiplayer. I think that's kind of like a smart move on Call of Duty's aspect to kind of get people to play like different modes. TBH, I don't know if they did that on purpose, but if they did, that was pretty
Well, now
smart
they
on
have
them.
campaign and end game. You could probably, I'm sure you can level up guns kind of quick in end game too.
Yeah, I mean, I've also heard pretty bad things about the campaign. Um, I have not heard good reviews so far. I have not watched any of it.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
trying to
not
like,
seen anything about the campaign, but I have heard from what I've heard about campaign, it sounds like you and I will just be bearing through it as much as we can and just trying to get to end game.
Yeah, probably. Maybe that's why they added that part, because they wanted like the camos and stuff like that, because they knew the campaign was going to be awful. Nobody wanted to play it, so they needed to make a reason for people to play it. But I don't know. I usually like. I mean, sometimes like Call of Duty like campaigns are just actually like so insanely good. Um,
Yeah,
but
but if you've noticed recently, the only good ones are IW campaigns. Like, if there's one thing IW is good for, they make really good campaigns.
okay, hear me out. Let me put something out in the world here. We start making games once every 3 years. Okay, all the development teams come together. They do one game, one theme. The one does the campaign, the other one does the multiplayer and
I would
zombies.
pick IW to do the campaign.
IW does the campaign.
I would pick Treyarch and Sledgehammer to tag team on the multiplayer. I think they both have like good ideas of what you could make multiplayer.
Like I feel like if they did that, I think honestly the game
Treyarch
would be
would be
so much
doing
better.
zombies. Nobody else helped Treyarch. Just let Treyarch do it.
Yeah.
Um, Warzone, I would say like get Raven in there, but still, I think, I think Warzone Treyarch should try to inject some more of the blackout stuff in there, but like also get Raven in there.
Yeah. I just think that like if they like really took the time and like released the game not every single year and like took the time to make the game better and works had all these, development teams like work together and especially in their strengths, we would have a really good, well-rounded Call of Duty, in my opinion. As someone who's been playing Call of Duty for a majority of my life.
Well, because like we've always like for ever since BO4 happened and we knew kind of how that game got produced and developed, we were all that was like I think BO4 was like the first time that people were starting to be like, okay, maybe COD should do 2 year dev cycles. Like maybe we shouldn't be releasing the game every year. But I think especially in the last 4 years, we have seen concrete proof of what COD could be like if they just gave it an extra year.
Yeah.
Because MW2, I mean, I can't really say that much about MW2 because as much of a bad game it was from a gameplay design perspective, it was polished. It was objectively a very well completed and finished game. But if you look at what Sledgehammer and them did with MW3 and how they built off of that and made such a better game out of it, you could just take away all of what happened in MW2 and just throw that out and put MW3 out, wait an extra year, and it would have been fine. But the serious proof that I think they should go to like a 2 year dev cycle is BO6 to BO7.
Yep.
Like BO6 started off pretty good. I'd say better than any Treyarch COD that's been out since like BO4, maybe BO3. But it progressively got worse as the game went on. Like not like gameplay design wise, but it seemed like every update there was more bugs. There's always some sort of big issue. The game just didn't feel that great after a while. The seasonal stuff, the DLCs didn't really feel that good outside of zombies and like the remakes that came to multiplayer. The content really dropped off a cliff after like season 3. But we heard the rumors already that they had been like co-developing BO7 alongside BO6, and what do you know? BO7 is a really good game.
It's so much better. It's so much better.
Like,
And the thing is too, it's not I don't think the game is performing adequately to comparatively to like the other Call of Duties. Like I don't feel like the way it's performing like in just like player count and just like sales is like an actual like direct
I honestly think I think that's one due to composition and two due to player burnout, because I
Yeah.
feel like the last few years of this terrible skill based matchmaking system and all of the ways that they've slowly deteriorated COD, it it really shows now that we finally have a game that's really good. Because we have a game that's really good, but like it doesn't look like it's really good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Um I don't know. I think that a lot of it is like, players are just kind of sick and tired of like them just like being so money hungry all the time. Um it's one of the reasons why smaller developed games like um I don't even know, like all the other ones over the years that have just done so well. Um have been doing so much better is because they're not money hungry. And they're just, doing it for the love of the fact that they love to make the game and they love the game and they're putting their everything into the game and making it the best that they can do. And so like when you see like big developmental teams like Activision, where they have like, Treyarch and Raven and Infinity War, like they have all these different um studios working on this one project, this one game.
There are like thousands of people that work on COD
Yep.
every year,
And the fact
because
that
it's
they
it's
are
gotten to
so
a point to where basically, instead of, there is one team that always heads the game, always leads the development, but it's like they have parts and pieces of every development team working on each game now,
hmm
which I think dilutes the product a little bit,
too
because
though,
now
like
it's not like back in the day when Treyarch did their thing and went off and like hibernated for a year to develop their game and put a game out. And then the next year, Infinity Ward hibernated to develop their game, and they put their game out. Now it's like every year with COD, there's got to be some bits and pieces of every team that's got to pitch into the game.
yeah.
So they're taking time away from what they're supposed to be working on. The big thing that's coming out the next year to be able to work on what's currently happening.
Yeah. I think there's definitely a change that needs to be made as far as like the development cycle. I think that's kind of like the last missing piece to like for them to like they need to like show that they care and they're not doing that right now. And it's really having a detriment on them. I mean, like you have like people like Courage JD, for example. Let me pull it up actually. Let me pull it up because I saw this earlier and I wanted that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this. Part of it, um, mind you, Courage has been playing Call of Duty for many a years. Um,
I think he started in MW2. I think.
mm, so he says Black Ops 7 was the first COD game I didn't have an ounce of excitement for. This franchise has become so soulless because of greedy executives. The only word I can feel as a once avid player is that I felt disrespected. Felt like Activision executives thought that they could get away with anything. The ridiculous fail of anti-cheat over the past 5 years and lying saying it's improving. Black style battle pass upgrades for ridiculous prices. Selling bundles on individual guns just to squeeze out as much money as possible. The failure and how they handled the entire Warzone franchise and filling it with blow. I could go on forever. It's just a shame. Thousands of talented developers forced to rush and release things that they don't agree with because of executive greed. It's cliche, but I really do miss what Call of Duty once was.
Yeah.
Which he's not wrong. Like people are trying to fight him in the comments. Like he's not wrong. Like he's not saying like Black Ops 7 was a bad game. He's just saying like they're just like
There are
so
a lot of things
greedy.
about BO7 that does make it kind of what Call of Duty once was, but there are still so many things
There's
that
like it's like the
like
actual
there's so
gameplay
it's like
feels like it,
the
but it's the
things
actual things.
there's a lot of things gameplay wise, and like especially the matchmaking. The matchmaking is by far the biggest one, gameplay wise.
Mhm.
But like there are so many things gameplay wise that make it feel like what COD once was. But like you pull back the curtain a little bit, and all these other issues still like outweigh what we have. Like I think that Black Ops 7 is a really good game, but I still don't like the overall like where the game is and where the game could be headed, because there's still like uh not to be super cynical about it, but it's like there's still the possibility that in a couple months they could see that the numbers are down and people don't care about Black Ops 7, and instead of doing something like, oh, we should make this game free to play from now on, or we should like slash the microtransaction prices. We should drop unique camos that you can buy that go on every gun without needing a bundle. Instead of doing all that, Activision could be like, you know what we should do? We should take away the open matchmaking and we should just bring skill based matchmaking back.
Mm-hmm. I think they're either going to shoot themselves in the foot this year or save the game, and they should save the game.
You know, I've said it before. I even said it last week. I hate to tell you, but I don't know how much saving they can do to
Mm-hmm.
stop what's happening next year with Infinity Ward. I think Activision can do literally everything to save the game, and Infinity Ward will kill it again next year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Activision and Treyarch could do everything in their power to heal this game, bring it from the brink of death to like as good as it's been in 10 plus years, and Infinity Ward is going to show up with a shotgun and blow its head off. I think that's what's going to happen.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't really disagree with you there. But oh, I just dropped my phone on the floor. It's just, ugh. I think, I don't know. I think it is just such a better game.
From a gameplay perspective, yeah, Black Ops 7 is a really good game.
Like it's just such. It's like one of the best CODs we've had in years. It's just like the like over encompassing like bundles and all that other stuff. Like the money greed part of the game is the part that's not good. Like, yeah, like they finally fixed like the anti cheat. Like I have not run into like a cheater at all. I mean, not that I really ran into them before because I'm not really at that skill level, but like I haven't really noticed anybody like there's been a few times over the years where I've like, okay, yeah, that person's definitely cheating. But like, I mean, I've played 8 hours and
it's hard to tell the people that actually run into cheaters against the people that just think the people are cheating because they're better or they're just trying to rage bait you.
yeah,
Because, like, for example, I've seen a lot of people try to be like, "Oh, COD scammed us. They didn't change the skill-based matchmaking." When literally, like, what they're doing is they'll go they'll go into the open mosh pit and they'll take the most difficult game that they played of the entire day, where they got smoked, and then they'll be like, "I'm gonna go on a fresh account and reverse boost," and then they get absolute noobs because that's how it works when you go on a fresh account.
yeah. I don't know. I think that they've made considerable improvements to the game in and of itself, like the game itself, like the gameplay, the guns, the actual playing of the game. And I think it's just a lot of like what's around that is the problem. What's up, Ross? Boss.
Yeah, it still feels bad because it's like I feel like Activision didn't change a lot of the things on like the back end where it's like they didn't change a lot of the especially the store things, because I feel like they were probably like, we can get away with not changing anything there because now that people have their matchmaking that they love and the game is like what they wanted, then they're gonna spend more money.
Yeah. But alas, this is what it is. Um hopefully, with being, Battlefield 6 being a competitor for an entire year, maybe that'll actually force them to make actual considerable changes. I think they're going to need to see a big dip in just like sales, player count, like everything, just to be able to make those changes because at the end of the day, they are a business and they need to make the best business decision. And so we need to force them to make a change with our wallets. So,
It just
um,
I don't know. I I'm still of the opinion that they should go free to play
I
because
agree.
I still think that like yeah they would take a hit in their Q4 because they're not making the
We're taking a hit in the
billions of
Q4
dollars they
already.
make in Q4. But like over the entire year they'd make more money because I can tell you like I can tell you even speaking to like people recently it's like there are some people that don't have the money for Black Ops 7 and they don't have the money to even buy the game, much less go buy a bundle. Or they have enough money to buy the game, but they're not going to buy battle passes. They're not going to buy the bundles. But it's like if you'd make the game free to play, that's $70 that they could use to buy battle passes, to buy the bundles, to buy Black Cell.
Hmm.
But like they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about that nice Q4 big buck bonus they get because they make the game $70 and $100 if you get the Vault Edition.
Yeah, I mean the thing is too, like they're like they're getting like a considerable drop in viewers too. Um, like right now I'm looking. Here, I'll pull it up for stream too. I'm looking at Twitch's category. Don't mind the ad for Sensodyne, clear teeth. Anyway, looking at like
Sounds
like
good.
yeah, clean them teeth. 2 shades whiter. Wow. Hashtag not sponsored.
Sensodyne is good. That's what I use.
Maybe that's why it's showing up. Um, So we've got Minecraft first. I'm pretty sure there's like a Minecraft Twitch Rivals thing going on right now. And then Just Chatting, which is normally first anyway. And then Escape from Tarkov, which is just like weird that it's up that high. League of Legends, Arc
I think
Raiders.
there's like I could be wrong because I don't follow Tarkov, but I think there's some new happening in Tarkov. That's probably why it's that far up.
I know there was a
I'm
wipe.
honestly surprised with how many players are playing it. I guess so many people are just playing it that they can't watch it. But
Oh,
like, I'm surprised Arc Raiders is that low
um, hold on. I know
because
why.
Arc
It's
Raiders is getting
72.
like Arc Raiders is they're getting like their player numbers are only rising. They're getting like 400K players a day.
Well, like all the big names are playing right now. Um, you've got Tim, got Ninja, Nade, Symphony, Hutch, Nick Merckx, Nick of, I Lame, like just all these really big names that are just playing this game right now that have like 1K viewers. Myth is playing it. Um, so there's just a lot of people playing this game today, and I think there's like an
I
Amazon.
haven't played it, but it definitely seems kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. There might be. It seems like a cool game. Yeah, but they're all playing it. So I mean, why play Call of Duty when you can play Arc Raiders? I guess I feel like this game is just really like taking over. It's kind of like a I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
really
like I
like
said,
done too much of.
they like usually games launch in the first like couple weeks. They have the most amount of players like the first week or so, and then it drops off. Arc Raiders, it's only been going up. It's not like the first like 2 or 3 days their player count like exploded, and then it's like you're starting to see it fall off. It's been gradually going up every day.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like the first week the game came out, they peaked at like 400K players. I think was their highest. But like recently, they've been going up toward 500K.
Yeah. So I think it's just like interesting, And COD is like Call of Duty's 10th right now on this, and this game just launched. And I mean, it's higher than Fortnite, but so they're doing better than Fortnite in their Simpsons event. Heyday is 27. What the frick? What? What is going on? Oh, they're doing a charity challenge thing. There's literally 2 people streaming Heyday.
People still play
That
that game.
yeah, apparently. Um, Virtual Casino slots. Oh, EA FC like FC 26. Forgot about that too. Yeah, so I was just like I don't know. I feel like it's just very interesting. Like, uh, Call of Duty should be definitely higher up than it is, but they're just like losing viewership because, especially during launch week. Like I feel like launch week is when Call of Duty has like the most attention because everybody's grinding, everybody's trying to get like, like all their guns gold and like do all these different things, and the fact that it's just as low as it um is kind of like it's kind of sad that that's the case, because usually it's so much higher, and it just kind of is a testament to like how fed up with this that people are, and that a change does need to be made on Activision's part, and they haven't made it, and I don't know if they're ever going to make it, but it's definitely going to affect them in the future. I mean, we're seeing this now a lot more than we have in previous years, even though this is one of the better Call of Duties that we've had. So
Yeah, I think if they want to get, I think if they want to get back to where they used to be, they've for one they've got to make some changes, but like for two they've got to keep everything consistent because I can tell you right now that if Infinity Ward does what they've done the last couple times they put out a COD and they revert all the changes that took so long to like undo, and they're just like, hey, we're bringing all these bad things back, then we're just gonna be back in the blender again, and it's gonna take a few years for us to like get another good COD again.
mm-hmm. So I think we're just kind of we're gonna go. I think we're gonna continue this the dark ages of Call of Duty. I mean, I just think that there's still so much that needs to be done for them to make a better Call of Duty and make a better like player experience overall, not just in the game. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna play. I mean, I'm still gonna play. I'm still gonna make content around it because I'm just like enjoying it. I'm just gonna choose not to spend my money on other things, and I probably once I do my initial grind, I'll just play it like once a week or something, and then go back to Valorant. But um, I don't know. I think that they're capitalizing on the fact that they have competition, but at the same time, um, other games are just doing it better, and they just have so many microtransactions that it's just getting kind of ridiculous at this point. They're trying to be like Fortnite, where Fortnite has a bunch of microtransactions, but Fortnite also is also a free to play game, and those
Yeah,
same
and they're making
skins.
billions of dollars on microtransactions because the game is free to play, and I haven't really seen any bundles in Fortnite that I'm like, oh, that's too much.
Yeah. Also, too, like
Like
though, like
the
you
most
have.
I've seen on a bundle in Fortnite is like 20, $25, and that's like the average bundle in COD.
Yeah. So, but also too, like you get to keep those. Like if you bought a bundle, say like season one, chapter one, season one, first ever season of of Fortnite. You still have it to this day. You know what I mean? Like in Call of Duty, you buy this game, new game every single year. You buy all these skins, you buy all these uh, guns and stuff like that, and then it's only good for a year, and then boom, it's gone. Well, I gotta go lock the door real quick.
Yeah,
I gotta go unlock the door real quick for my sisters.
yeah, it's just like I don't know. I I definitely enjoy BO7, but um, I've been trying to sort of like I've been trying to do as much as I can to keep myself excited about the game. Not that it's like difficult to keep myself excited about the game, but like the last like 2 years with MW3 and BO6, I have like really grinded, like played the game like near constantly and tried to do everything as quickly as possible, and it in both times it ended up burning me out, and it's like I don't even really get to finish the grind because I'm just like I was so focused on it for a couple months, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, this isn't. I don't enjoy this anymore, and I'm trying to, even though I want to play all the time, I'm trying to not play quite as much so it keeps me like invested.
Yeah. Um, because like if you play too much, you get burnt out quickly of the game. And I think that's like
Well, because that's what happened with me with BO6. Like I loved BO6 zombies, but like because I spent so much time on Liberty Falls and Terminus just grinding
grinding.
for camos, I just like I can't play BO6 anymore. Like maybe like maybe sometime in the far future, like in a couple years or whatever. Maybe like during MW2, I'm like, oh, I might go play BO6 again. Because that's what happens with BO3. Every couple years or whatever, I go back and play a bunch of BO3 because I really like it.
Yeah. Maybe that's the case.
But we'll
Who
see.
knows? Um. I don't know. I'm gonna try to pace myself. Right now, I'm kind of just playing to play. Like, yeah, I'm kind of doing. I'm not grinding camos and guns like I was before. Like, I haven't even gotten a golden gun gold yet. Uh, but I've gotten like one gun to the point where I can do like a gold video for it. I'm almost to the second gun to do a gun gold video for it. I'm just trying to like play the game. Learn. I'm not really like focusing too much on getting, those aspects of it done. I'm just kind of just playing and just enjoying it and just having a good time, which I think is helping me want to play more. But I definitely want to give zombies a chance, and then we're gonna do the campaign tomorrow. So I guess we can give her.
Comes out tomorrow too.
What does?
Nuketown comes out tomorrow.
Oh shit. Nuketown. So, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about today, Deception?
No, I think we're good. I mean, we're saving all the CDL stuff for next week.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
And we'll get to talk about the monster tournament too, because that's this weekend.
Hell yeah. We'll also have a recap about that. Anyway, thank you.
The first bit of CDL action.
Oh yeah. See these teams go for it. I want to see Optic on this game. They've had a really rough start last year, so I want to kind of see if it's like, like maybe they really did solve their solution.
A whole lot from them. I mean, especially because Optic's been doing the race, but like notably, Dashy and Merc did not participate in the race. And I know that they said they've been playing a lot. I know Dashy's been playing.
So they've been probably nerding
There's
out.
been no word on Merc, so I feel like because we haven't seen anything from Merc that he has just been grinding like crazy, and he's gonna be a menace.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's just been like, I feel like he's like what Scrap was in the beginning of BO6, just like shut everything off and just play the game.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
I would not be shocked that that's the case. So let me think here. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Climb Together podcast. Quick reminder: go ahead and click that YouTube link. Watch the relaunch, of the Scorpion Syndicate. Sorry, I like misspoke there for some reason. And the problem in esports and how we plan to fix it. Like it, subscribe to the channel, yada yada yada. But yeah, so if you guys did enjoy the podcast, make sure you guys follow us both on Twitch, where we stream this live every Wednesday. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, also make sure to subscribe and like the episode. Check out some previous episodes. Take a trip down memory lane. See our, and then there's also some topics that we talk about that are timeless. And if you guys are watching it live on Twitch, go ahead and go, watch it on YouTube. If you guys miss some parts or whatever, we do upload these to YouTube as well. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, do all that. Deception, say bye.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.